Dude. Shalom Akim, I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim. And all four corners of earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. I'm gonna get this article right here. Dealing with the heathen, man. Once again. I did one on them smearing cow poo all over their body. Now here it is where their master Esau the great to them. They listen to whatever Esau tells them. In the last video I did about them smearing a cow poo all over themselves, I also went into the information about how they had the polio disease outbreak over there about solid 5 to 10 years ago, and how, well, not even 10 years ago, solid 5 years ago, and how they had their actors and politicians and different guys in the entertainment industry trying to administer the doses to the people, as well as going village to village. And then finally the people caught wind that, hey man, look, my daughter just hit this little dose what you gave me, and she got spaghetti legs now. Her legs don't work like they used to. And so they started chasing those people out of their village. If you know the history of India, that it was controlled by the British at one point. British left India, as far as being seen, because if you watch the movie Gandhi, it dwells into the British occupation of India, and what they were doing to try to get the British out of there. Gandhi was fasting, he was doing a bunch of stuff, and so this is in the 60s actually. In the 50s and 60s this was going on, and he was fasting and stuff, and they were getting beat up. One particular scene I remember in the Gandhi movie was when he got beat up by the I want to say the British police, or it might have even been the Indian police. I can't remember exactly who touched him up, but they touched him up pretty bad, and they had to wrap his head up in them little bandages they use. And I just remember it just seeking through the blood, just seeping through the bandages and stuff, man. But anywho, the reason I was bringing it up, just to let you know that they've been controlled by Esau for some time, and like I said, I wanted to say they gained their independence. And I don't really say independence because a lot of these countries think they're independent from their colonial ruler, but they're not. They're just not seeing that country like that. Like they don't really have the control over the country. They do have the control over the country, but it's like more backdoor control. India is one of those countries. Jamaica, you got a bunch of other little spots. Where they feel that they got rid of the British monarch control, and the British gave them Independence Day. But when you look at their books and you check out their leaders and stuff, they all have to pay taxes to Britain. That's where the buck goes. That's where it stops. But let me read a little bit of this article and bring out some verses. So it says, some recovered from the cooties, patients dying from the black fungus infection in India, and new deadly twist in pandemic. Also, they have out right now, they are scaring people with this Indian variant. They got different types of variants. Every 2 or 3 weeks, they come out with a new variant of this cooties. And people take it and run with it. They're not doing research, they're not looking up anything. But you got the South African variant, you got the Brazilian variant, you got the Indian variant, the China variant was the first one. So this devil, he just comes up with names, and people gonna believe it, man. These people are stupid, man. So it says, the article says the authorities in India are raising the alarm over a rise in a rare and potential fatal fungal infection called bear with me, this is Myucanus, pronounced it wrong, but among recovered was still vulnerable cootie patients. The condition is caused by a group of molds called mycrystins that are found in the soil and the air. Spores can enter the bloodstream through a cut or abrasion, and thereby spread to the eyes, spleen, heart, and brain. They can also be inhaled through the nose, entering the mucus glands, sinus, and lungs, generating a respiratory infection. All right, so the Lord is jacking those people up. You can't even breathe the air out there, man. Basically, what you're saying, man. The eyes, the spleen, and the spleen. If you know anything about the body, the spleen is a funnel. What's the word I'm looking for? It's in the same category as the liver, it's the when you drink fluids, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's a I can't think of the name of it. But spleen works. It cleans the body. It helps clean when you ingest something or something. When you take something down, eat something or anything. The spleen is one of the things that you have. You have about kidneys, a type of a cleaner too as well. You have like 3 cleaners in the body, and the spleen is one of them. And you know, this fungus is going through there and it's jacking everything up, man. So we continue reading, and myoclonus often strikes the incomprised, including diabetics or those on medical to reduce an overactive immune system. It also appears to be effective, affecting those vulnerable groups even harder after they have overcome the cooties thing. So there's basically this little stuff that's in my man's face, and here's some spores. This is coming after, they get this cooties thing as well as before, because they said that it's in the air and in the soil. This is what I want to hear right here. He said medical experts on the ground suspect the rise in cases may be the result of a confluence of factors, including the use of steroids to help fight off the cooties and the less than sanitary domestic conditions to which the cooties survivors return after hospitalization. Once again, here's a picture of these guys, man. You know what they doing. I did a video on this already. This is smearing yourself in cow dung. Won't cure the cooties, Indian doctors warn, as country's 7-day cases rate hits new high. And this is all spiritual. Everything we're doing is spiritual, man. We're just pointing these things out, man, because I also had a guy in the world who communicated with me and asked me, did I believe in the things that are going on in India? And I really didn't know too much about what was going on as far as, I knew that the cooties was over there, but I didn't know to the extent. And I didn't know that they were going to the extreme and doing different things to that effect. So I had to look up and do my own research. But he was just coming on from the basis of, it hit the news, and the news just plays upon your psyche at times. They just want you to be a zombie until they feel like having you look into something or dwell into something. And so I had to, do some research. But hey, that's the heathen, man. Let me bring this verse out because at the end of the day, these times that we're in, we're not supposed to be going to, we're not going to believe in none of Esau's witchcraft, none of Esau's miracle snake oils that he has out there. We know about this devil, man. We were exposing him for some time, and we're going to continue to expose him, And it says, and this is, 2 Corinthians 2:11, man. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And like I said at the beginning of the video, Elam has been getting attacked by Esau for some time, man. He's been running experiment games on him for some time. Whether he been with the whether it been with the Muslims or with the Hindu, they went to war for quite some time. And at any potential time, Britain could have stepped in and squashed those quarrels, but they chose to let them go at it, man. Even with the polio vaccine, the different things that they do to Elam, man. Elam's he's a heathen, and he just looks up to Esau. There's numerous videos out there showing you how dirty these heathens are, like how they don't even have bathrooms in certain areas. They just poo wherever they want to. They got this thing called the Ganges River, and a brother of mine, he said that an Edomite who had decided to take a trip over there, and the man was sick for months in the hospital because he jumped in the Ganges River, and poo hit him in the head, man. And they've done specials on the Ganges River and how they release dead bodies into this river. And this particular river I'm speaking about is supposed to be a holy river for the heathen. And they jump in and do everything. They bathe, they jump in this water, they drink the water, they eat from this water, everything. And, there's a special I seen them showing how polluted the water was and how they were trying to cut down on the pollution by, you even have runoffs from industrial plants that they run off all into this one river, man, And like I said, their bodies out there, they poo in this water, do everything in this water, man. people get sick. Edomite got sick coming out of the water though, you know. But and it says sanitary domestic conditions, which adds on to my man's real face right here, man. You know, so these people are sick, man. You know, and at the end of the day, they, like I said, they just listen to whatever Esau tells them, man. You know, so are we supposed to have pity for these people? Supposed to have pity for these people? Not at all, man. You know, these are idiots, man. They're stupid. 2/3 of people are tied into, they're interwove with these people too. Me and the brother were talking about it the other day. I remember, and I put it on my last video too, how the nigga woman in the last few years, they started to get these little dots upon their hand. And I get it from the heathen, man. They don't know what them dots mean. They just think they look cool and look good. So they decide to do it themselves, decide to go to these nail shops and get it done to them, man. And this is some new stuff, man. And it's crazy that we're at the end, and a lot of these things. Well, it's not really new. It's from the past. It's from the ancient. Our people don't know what they're doing to themselves. They don't know what the symbolization of this stuff is. They just do it because it looks cool to them. It's in style. So he says this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. 12 and 13. He says, "Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?" Or such as come near wild beasts, not wild beasts. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? So we not gonna feel sorry for these heathens and the things that they do, man. And when Esau decides to hit him with this trick play or that trick play, or hit him with this fool's gold or that fool's gold, man. We're not gonna have pity on these people, man. The Lord is giving them up. The Lord is gonna do what His will to them, man. But I just wanted to bring this video out real fast, or not video, but article, and showing you that Elam is getting jacked up by Esau still to this day. And with that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.